Say goodbye to the pony. Bye, pony. Bye-bye, pony. Goodbye. That's a good pony. You're just a good boy. All right. Yep. Okay, camera's rolling. It is Sunday morning. Continuing the documenting of doing the BP MS150. These guys are waiting for people to line up. I am not a waiter. I'm not one for riding in group rides. I ride alone, like the song says. It's a little chilly this morning, and damn. So yeah, it's about 5:30 in the morning, and we are making our way to the start point in the Grange. We are approaching the meetup point in the Grange. We are apparently meeting up in front of the Walmart, and we will join the bikes on the highway on the trail, which is just to my left. And there's Wally World. This is where everyone's supposed to be meeting up. Parking lot of Wally World. Yep, I see other bikes. Wally World. Apparently this is where they're dropping off a lot of the cyclists, because I see a busload of people over there. A couple busloads of cyclists, it looks like. Morning. This is the beginning of the ride. It's about 8:45. The official start time was 8 o'clock. And we're just gonna follow some of these peoples. I heard a report earlier this morning. It's like 11,000 riders today. That's a lot of cyclists. And we're off. There's no way all these cyclists are gonna stay on the shoulder. It's just not gonna happen. And this is where it gets interesting. Looks like somebody's getting a sag already. About another 4 miles to the first break point. Yeah, this is basically what the motorcycle marshalling of the MS150 is all about. You just ride along with the cyclists, trying to keep a buffer zone between you, them, and the traffic. Keep an eye out for anyone who is in dire need of assistance. All the while trying to safely keep a buffer zone between bicycle traffic and vehicular traffic. Look at the pretty flowers. And smell the dead skunk. God, man. Tandem. A lot of times you'll see some guys pulled over on the shoulder and they're just actually waiting for friends to catch up. I see a bicycle pump out. That car has been on that mock bridge for quite a few years now. A couple of guys here. They got it under control. A thumbs up is the easy way to say, yep, under control, no further support needed. And technically it's actually nowhere written that we have to stop or need to stop to render assistance if they're just broken down, because they have roaming sags, they call it. It's a support and gear, and it's the actual sag wagons, they call them, that are responsible to roam the route. In fact, that was probably one right there, the white van we just passed. And they keep a lookout for people who need to be assisted to the next break point for whatever reason, repair or whatever. We've just kind of adopted the, minor roadside assistance, a little extra something that we can do just to keep the guys going. It's one less cyclist inside of a sag van. So a lot of us will carry pumps and spare tubes and just help out best we can along the way. Puppy, 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 puppy. Almost to the first break point. It's an interesting setup, and that's the first break point over here at this Exxon station. Now the trick is if I can find the dedicated volunteer porta potty. They're supposed to put out dedicated porta potties for the volunteers, but where are said porta potties? Oy, oy, oy. That's where dual sport comes in handy. There's Orbit. I didn't see him last year. Pedal, you furry bastard. Holy crap. He's gonna be hot when he gets to Austin. That's too funny. Awesome. I'll just take a parking spot over here. Excuse me. Morning. Some peanuts. And I use the bathroom first. Peanuts and a Gatorade. Or no, Coca-Cola caffeine. Yes. Small bottle of Coke or big bottle of Diet Coke? Coke Zero it is. Peanuts, peanuts, peanuts. Those rat bastards. Oh, cyclists beat me to the peanuts. Oh, here we go. That'll work. All right. Have a good day.
Nobody showed up. There was very few that didn't show up.
Yeah, I know. I heard somebody say something along the lines of 11,000 cyclists were expected, even with the rained out day. All right, another slow 13-mile crawl. Let's work our way in there. I haven't really seen any real extreme violations of spandex yet, as I like to call it. Certain sizes spandex pants should not come in. I applaud the person for doing the ride, but yeah. It's not the sort of thing you can unsee. All right, and it's what time is it? 9:47. Somebody's already stopped to assist. Sagaritaville. By the way to pump. That was another fat tire repair right there. Pump that pump. Pump it. You go, girl. She's doing more than I am right now. More power to you, honey. But there's no way I could do that. I would have to wear some kind of loose, short, oversized spandex. Let's see if we can spot anybody with some crazy costumes. There are a couple at the gas station. It's always fun to see those who dress up. Scenic Overlook. Let's go check out said Scenic Overlook. I've been up here once before, but it's been a long time. Yep. Far as the eye can see, cyclist. All right, let's get back down there. I'll let a few of them go by. Ice cold penguins inside. Sagalus. What? I'm fixing a flat on the side of the road, and my mind is wondering. No, I don't think that's what the Beatles meant to sing. No. Oh yeah, I guess I should be looking out to make sure cyclists have their helmets on, and nobody's wearing earbuds, listening to music. Where's that fuzzy little green bastard? You think I would have caught up to him by now? Some of these guys are pacing about 15, 17 miles an hour, man. That's very reputable. And that's where this BMW shines. This little 650 doesn't care. You can putt along in second gear all day. Wow. You know how long it's been since I've seen water in that lake right there? Thank you, officer. I still haven't seen the furry bastard yet. Theoretically, they're supposed to stay on the shoulder, but it's like herding cats. The only thing that's a little rough on the bike going this slow is temperature control. That's when you gotta make sure you got a good working fan on your cooler. And I can tell when it kicks on because I got a nice hot blast hitting my leg. I had to replace that electric fan on this bike not that long ago. It hadn't gone completely out, but when it would kick on, you could hear it. And sure enough, when I pulled it out and replaced it with a new one, it's not like you can just replace, you know, the motor. You got to replace the whole assembly. The motor was pretty much on its way out. The bearings were basically shot. And of course, it's a sealed unit. It's not like you can take it apart and repack the bearings or replace them. By the time you would do that, it's just not worth the time and effort. And good luck trying to find and source the proper size bearings. But I can't complain. And like I said, I've had this bike since 2005, 2006, 2005, yeah. So I've had this bike for almost a little over 10 years now. And as far as repairs, you know, like I said, I've had to replace the fan, the radiator, the plastic shroud that was in front of it was not fit properly, and it just wore a hole into it. Now the brake line leak, that was my fault because I didn't screw the oil return line back in one spot thinking, oh, that one bracket slash clamp is not necessary. Well, yeah, it was. It's what keeps the oil return line away from the brake line, and over time it did two just rubbing against each other, and eventually wore a little pinhole in my brake line, and there went my front brakes. So lesson learned, if there's a bracket holding something in place, there's probably a reason for it. Even when a cop is signaling me through, I still like to verify by looking, make sure that traffic is stopping. The idea of getting creamed by a car is no good. It's no good, I tell you. Ooh, boy. We got some traffic. That'll make me downshift into first gear. Jeez, people. Alright, I need to slip into the lane here. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. This is where I'm usually watching for cones that are tipped over. Usually have to reset a few. I gotta remember too that I've got those Pelicans on, so I'm a little wider than my mirrors. I have hit a cone with the Pelican before. Kind of like that. Cones are too far over. They need to be more in the center line. At least it fell down straight and not in the line of traffic. Oh well. Oh, there he is. Finally caught up to orbit. Pedal, you green furry bastard. And for those of you not in the know, Orbit is the mascot for the Houston Astro baseball team. There's a team of cyclists, and they'll trade out in the costume along the route and get the mascot all the way to Austin. This is the best place to park, and then you can walk in and get you some snacks. Now wait, which mascot is this? Oh, okay, so you're for the Houston Zoo?
Houston Dynamo.
Dynamos, yeah. All right.
Orbit's gonna meet me here. We're gonna pass the baton. I'm gonna ride the rest.
Gotcha.
So checkpoint 4.
Yeah, I just passed him. I was like, well, wait a minute. That's not a mascot I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, and then
Dynamo.
Finish it off.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Make sure that if that's video, make sure that you don't.
No, I won't show it, or I'll blur it out. Don't worry. Yeah, I know the rules.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too, sir.
Yep, there's Orbit. I imagine he's going to turn here. He's got to meet up with the Dynamo guy. That has got to be a sweaty job.
No, that's,
You looking for the Dynamo guy?
Yep.
He's over there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I pulled up to the guy and I was asking him, and he was like, dude, please make sure you blur the video. I was like, don't worry. Yeah, they're not supposed to show their faces.
I know you gotta go, but
quick picture.
all your stuff last year, man. Cool.
There's rack packed and stacked over there.
I can see that. Well, forcing everybody onto one route, it's going to be crazy.
It is very challenging, interesting,
Yeah.
amazing, chaotic, insane.
This is what herding cats is all about.
Spastic cats. Spastic cats.
There weren't.
Imagine the smell.
Yeah.
Sweaty fake fur. So we're just outside of Bastrop now at this point. It's about another 10 miles from that break point to Bastrop, where all the cyclists will have lunch. We are now outside of Bastrop. We are finally turning away from Highway 71, and thus begins the more scenic portion of the MS150 from the LaGrange area up to Austin. There is a more scenic route that they call the Challenge Route that goes a little further north, and then it also cuts through the park. But all that was canceled this year due to the bad weather. There's really only 2 more break points until the finish line. We caught up to the other mascot, so I wanted to slow down, turn the video back on. We caught up to, this is the Rockets mascot. Oh man, those guys are something. It's just too funny to see a big furry animal pedaling a bicycle. We are in between the what's called breakpoint 4 and breakpoint 5. Yeah, and it's about 2:30. I figure I got at least another good hour before I cross the finish line for the first time. I'll need to find out where the turtle is as far as knowing what time we're going to meet up for the conga line. So far, so good in the way of there's been no life light that I've seen, but lots of EMS incidences. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there's downtown Austin right over there. You can see some of the buildings. This is the last little, I think it's about 7 miles left to the actual finish line. Got everybody lined up for the conga. Alright, everybody's saddled up, running, ready for the turtle to roll by. Let's get a head count to see how many people we have in the conga line here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 guys in that line there on the left. So it looks like we might have about 30 motorcyclists lined up for the conga line. Well, while we're waiting, this is a tradition of riding in the last rider for the MS150 called a turtle, since they're usually the last person in the official last person. There's probably still some people behind this person, but this person's been tagged as the official last rider of the MS150 for this year, and we will follow this person over the finish line. And we're just all lined up, ready and waiting. Be here shortly. Alright, looks like we're moving. We're on the move. Watch out for the cone. There's only a handful of guys behind me. I stayed near the back of the pack so you get a sense of just how many motorcycle marshals we have here for the last crossing of the finish line. Looking in my mirror, I can see 4 other motorcycles. So I've got just about everybody in front of me, so you can get a sense of how many guys we got rolling in on the last rider for the MS150 2015. It's women's. Be out of the sun here in just a sec. The finish line is on this last corner. This is it. All right. Bubbles! Bubbles! All right.
Motorcycle Marshal. We are so excited to see you. Thank you so much.
Well, Peter, what'd you do? You stall at your bike? Welcome to Austin, Texas. And there's the state capitol. Make our way to the hotel. Go get a shower, some clean clothes. Make our way through Jan Cinto if here if we can. There we go. Woohoo! Right through the middle. All right. Bobby! That's a warmer runner. Somebody's getting a bike ride. I'm just gonna cut through right here. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.